In the past few days, the whole world, especially Korean culture lovers, was shaken by the horrible event that killed more than 150 people at the famous Itaewon Street. Perhaps the scene of a fun Halloween night in this most bustling street in Korea is no longer strange to K-drama fans, and in fact, it made a beautiful and romantic appearance in the drama titled Itaewon Class, which was released in 2020.
악명들이 해를 끼칠까봐 사람들이 자신도 악명처럼 보이고 기괴한 분장을 하곤 하거든. 이날이 바로 할로윈데이야.
This brings up a question. Are K-dramas over-romanticizing life in Korea? Today, let Bbali Drama answer this question for you through some of the most renowned K-dramas. Number 1. The Dark Side of Festivals. So immediately after the horrific stampede taking place at the Halloween costume festival held at Itaewon area in Seoul, a clip extracted from the hit drama that caused a fever in 2020 Itaewon Class, starring Park Seo-joon and Kim Da-mi, was dug up again by netizens. Accordingly, the shared video has detailedly and vividly described the splendid life in the magnificent Itaewon. In the drama, the male lead Park Se-ro-yi, played by Park Seo-joon, could not hide his bewilderment and surprise as he witnessed the bustling life there after spending years in prison. In particular, this scene recreated the famous Halloween festival in Itaewon with shimmering lights and pretty costumes, as well as the crowding and jostling atmosphere, making viewers feel overwhelmed and excited. Especially when Itaewon is the setting of the romantic relationship between Park Se-ro-yi and the girl he has been loving unrequitedly for many years. Needless to say, all the beautiful images about Itaewon and its traditional Halloween festival have helped the reputation of the street become very well known, attracting many tourists and young people to come for checking in. However, after the horrible incident last weekend, people and K-drama lovers must have had a different view of this place. Reportedly, the accident happened when crowds gathered on a narrow street of only 4 meters wide, which was originally a downhill road next to the Hamilton Hotel in central Itaewon-dong. About 10 p.m., someone suddenly fell down the narrow street next to Hamilton Hotel, and the people behind also fell in a domino effect and on top of each other, a witness said. Immediately, dozens of fire trucks and medical staff appeared at the place to carry out rescue work. However, the chaotic crowds and loud music from bars, restaurants and festival participants made the rescue much more difficult. The fire department said that as of 9 p.m. on October 30th, 154 people had died in the accident, of which 98 were women and 56 were men. The number of foreigners killed was 26 from 14 different countries. The exact cause of the tragedy is currently unconfirmed. However, it was rumored that due to the presence of a celebrity, all the people present were rushing through a slope that was only wide enough for 6 adults to stand side by side, leading to the above sad result. It is known that there are even 3 celebrities got killed in the event. The first person to be confirmed is male singer-actor Lee Ji-han under 935 Entertainment, who participated in Produce 101 Season 2 and finished at 98th place. Before the tragedy, Lee Ji-han was filming for the drama season of Kokdu, which is expected to be released this year. Currently, the film crew has stopped the production of the drama and yet to discuss the option of replacing actors. The second celeb was identified as Kim Yoona, born in 1998, debuted as a cheerleader of LG Twins in 2016 and has been a member of Kia Tigers since 2018. Yoona's funeral was held at the funeral home of Seoul National University Institute in Jonggo-ji-yu on November 1st. As a country that focuses on promoting tourism activities and festivals, Korea has countless crowded places, leading to a tragedy that shocked not only the Korean people but also the whole world. In fact, according to Yonhap News Agency, Mr. Yoon Hee-kaen, head of the Korean National Police Agency, revealed there were 11 calls warning about the dangerous situation on this street, but that the police did not handle them promptly. Also, he apologized for the tragedy and vowed to investigate the mistakes of the police force. I hope the injured would recover quickly, and I have a responsibility to those affected by the tragedy. We will conduct an in-depth investigation quickly and thoroughly. There are many emergency alerts from the scene. We received a total of 11 calls several hours before the tragedy. However, the response to these emergency calls was not enough, Mr. Yoon admitted. Perhaps after this terrible event, Korea really needs to focus on organizing mass gatherings and controlling crowds so that similar heartbreaking tragedies will not happen ever again. Number 2. Romanticizing Korean boys. There is a fact you may not know. According to CNN, young girls around the world are tending to flock to Korea to travel in search of a perfect man just like those male characters in Korean dramas. Specifically, these girls spend all day just hanging around in cheap motels to watch K-dramas and Korean TV shows and only go out when it's dark. PhD student Lee Min-ju of Indiana University Bloomington made an interesting discovery when studying this issue and came to the conclusion that girls are affected by what is called the Netflix effect. The purpose of their coming to Korea is to find a dream love life with Korean gentlemen, stepping out of K-dramas. These girls expect to soon meet a handsome, romantic and polite man like the male leads in some hit dramas such as Crash Landing on You, Goblin, or Descendants of the Sun. According to them, Korean men seem to be more understanding than Western men who tend to be too independent and just focus on satisfying their sexual needs through dating rather than finding a real girlfriend. A gardener in the UK also revealed that she decided to come to Korea in 2021 after watching Crash Landing on You. This 25-year-old girl shared that she once dreamed of finding another half like the role model of Captain Ri, Hyunbin. A man who is deep, calm and always takes care of women. I like the way Korean men often dress seriously. They are always chivalrous, totally different from men in my hometown. They often show up with beer cans in their hands and say uncomely jokes to girls. But that's what they see in Korean dramas. What about reality? In the hope for a perfect love life when coming to Korea, many girls have fallen into disillusionment. During the research, Lee Min-ju also encountered many of these cases. For example, Mina, a 20-year-old student from Morocco, said, "I decided to come to Busan in 2021 after learning about K-pop and watching some dramas." However, during outings, Mina revealed in fear that she was often being watched by Korean men in bars and asked for one-night stands by many strangers in the street. With such bad experiences, Mina feels that many Korean men are more inclined to believe that foreign women are more open to sex than local ones, so they just straight up disrespected her. Meanwhile, Kwandra Moore, a 27-year-old English teacher from Washington who loves K-dramas, was also extremely disappointed when traveling to Korea to find a lover. This girl said that as she is African American, she got racist all the time when being in Korea. Particularly, Kwandra revealed that when she came to entertainment venues in the country, many Korean men rudely shouted at her, "Go back to Africa." So, it's not an exaggeration to say that some things that have been and are happening in real life in Korea are nothing like what's in their dramas, and K-dramas lovers, please clarify between films and reality to avoid getting disillusioned when coming to Korea. There is a saying that art is moonlight deception, and TV series is a way to convey the good culture of a country and promote its tourism. However, among countless romantic K-dramas, there are also many Korean films that convey the dark sides of Korean society in a very realistic but equally subtle way. So, do you think most K-dramas are only giving viewers bling-bling illusions about Korea and the people there? Should we blame K-dramas or the people who are too delusional to the point that they think everything in K-dramas is true? Let me know your opinion in the comments section below. Also, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Bbali Drama.